Greetings fellow Earthlings and welcome to the continuation of Scrim Knights. Today we are watching Kaos versus Methodius. This is actually the first one where I'm much more in charge now, which is very good to know. Of course it is assisted by the OP noobs, whose link will be down below, so will be the link to next week's event. And lots of other stuff, they'll all be in the description. But today we have Kaos versus Methodius. Starting it off, Kaos has of course gone Germans and Methodius has gone Vikings on the Lost Heritage map. Here we go. Also I just have to say that Kaos, he is also streaming these on Twitch, so if you're interested in watching these from a player's perspective, then Kaos's Twitch is also a good one for that. That will be linked below as well. And I'm sure you'll probably be able to see the repeat of Kaos's point of view on his Twitch. Anyway, Methodius moving up now, and yeah, it looks like Kaos is going for his first village here at D. Is that D? A, B, C, D, yep, that's D. And we also have Methodius, looks like he's going for middle strat, which is very interesting. He can of course see through the map and see that Kaos is attacking D, so he knows that this is perfectly safe. Interesting to always point out, Vikings don't have access to a catapult, whereas the Germans, they get tier 2. And on a map like this, you do kind of need a catapult just because of how it's designed. I remember playing against Kaos in the same map. I was Vikings, he was Germans, basically the same situation as we have here. And I remember Kaos saying something like, the match was already decided because just the lack of a catapult for the Vikings on this map versus Germans just destroys them. And yeah, it was just an interesting thing that I pointed out there. That was of course his opinion of it, that Germans destroy Vikings, but I'm very interested to see of course how Methodius does. He's definitely a good player. He came second in the last tournament and Kaos came third in the last tournament, so he's definitely proved himself. He's using his hero I think to scout now because he knows that Kaos, he's going to be interested in getting middle. It looks like Methodius is going to cap the village first. Oh, he's taking a nap here trying to heal up his hero, and he might just get caught by Kaos's cleavers. Can he get out of there in time? He's going to get hit. Oh, he lost a lot of health there from that charge, but it looks like the Viking spearmen are coming in. Of course Methodius' first unit beats Kaos' first unit, Vikings beat cleavers, but with the hero it changes things up a little bit. Yeah, the hero does have an extra strength versus the spearmen, so that can sometimes shake up the battle, but Methodius has his hero in as well. Now let me just check, this is actually I'm just checking something. This is my first time actually using these new hotkeys that I've assigned, and yes, this is Fog of War, so this is everything Kaos can see, this is everything Methodius can see, as you can see on the minimap, and this is the overall thing. And the tab button, oh yes, it now works. Basically I had a problem where this did not work at one point, but it works now. We can of course see their resources. I'm so happy I finally got it working. Both are basically producing the same amount of resources. Weirdly, Methodius, his units require more food, but he's actually generating more food, so yeah, it's because of course he's got the middle village which provides more food, and everything else seems about balanced. Both are in tier 2, and yeah, looks like Methodius here healing up his spearmen, but he has spotted Kaos' spearmen coming in. I think German spearmen are stronger than Viking spearmen, so Kaos should probably win this engagement, but if the hero gets a good flank then he's going to turn it round. What's this unit here? I thought it was going for B, but no, it looks like he's going back to mid. Maybe he's expecting Kaos to make a heavy push here. He's formed circle formation and unformed. Ooh, I thought Kaos was just going to have a charge in there. We have Kaos scouting around trying to find out where his second unit is. He kind of knows by this point he's got a second unit, and they've begun. And as I said, you know, Methodius managed to find a place for his heroes to come in and flank around. did quite a lot with that flank, so yeah, he should be able to kill that spear unit, and with this reinforcement as well. And this cleaver, he just doesn't know where he's going. He started coming down here and he decided to go around here, and then he's going back over here. You know, you can't waste time like that on Ancestor's Legacy. You need to make a decision. Sometimes you can pull back, but yeah, not always. And just look at that. Look at how much this spearman is holding off against this spearman. It's almost killed it. It's basically standing its own ground against 2 other spearman units and a hero. He's actually going to hold on to this and defend, and the cleaver's coming as well. Methodius is going to need to get his spearman out of there before it dies. Is it able to? He's retreated, but he might just get caught. Oh, that's very unfortunate for Methodius, but you know, it's good to see on an entertaining side. He's of course 1 unit down now. He's still going to probably focus on Spearman for a bit, but what Methodius I think needs to do, get to tier 3. Get those swordsmen out, and just hope that they can do enough damage to his spears. Oh, he's lost a second Spearman. That's 2 units he lost defending midpoint. He's got another Spearman here now to try and defend, and it looks like he's bringing another one up as well. Also, it is currently snowing, so that should make it harder for Kaos to actually siege this. Yeah, Kaos has realised that he's actually retreating. Yeah, I can understand why he'll retreat, but oh, he might be able to capture, no, not capture, but get a quick kill on the hero. Nice. Methodius responded too quickly. He's retreating to base now, but Kaos, he's still got some troops around. He's blocking off Methodius's food generation here, and attacking his spearman with his hero. His hero should probably be able to handle this. The German hero is very good at fighting against Viking spears, and yes, I have noticed village E has fallen in the bottom here. That was of course done by Methodius with his spearman, and it looks like he's bringing another one up to try and take C, or maybe he'll do spearman and hero to take it. I don't really know, and he might send this for mid. Anyway, as we can see here, Kaos's hero putting up a good fight versus Methodius' spears. I think Methodius just needs to charge another spearman in there, and with a charge, maybe wipe the hero if he gets very lucky with it, but yeah, maybe Kaos started to notice that, and that's why he's moving forward, so maybe he was moving towards the village. It's difficult to tell exactly what's going on in these players' minds. Ooh! Yep, the hero managed to force back Methodius, but Methodius is able to make a push onto C, as he'll probably be starting to do soon. As I was about to say, yeah, if you want a more in-depth look of what's going on in these players' minds, Kaos is of course streaming, and it will probably be available as video, but whether it is or not, I'm still linking it down below, so yeah, remember to check that out if you are interested. So it looks like Kaos is in tier 2 now. Well, was in tier 2 from the start, but it's Catapult. It's here. He's got his blacksmith and he's wanting to take out A. It is in gold defense right now, so he should be able to Methodius should be able to hold on to this for a few shots, but things are going to start getting very difficult. What's he doing here? So he's healing his hero and using it as a scout. Kaos moving round to take a look at B, just taking a peek, see what Methodius has actually done round here, seeing if he's got any units round. Yeah, Catapult fire is coming in. But of course Methodius, he's got his own unit in here, and that just heals up the village, so he's not going to make any progress yet until the units actually start coming in and helping out. Yeah, this village is going to fall. However, we can see of course that Methodius has engaged Kaos here. He's trying to bring some more units in as reinforcements, and there goes middle point, so still Kaos is actually behind in villages. He only has 1, whereas Methodius has 2, even though he's just lost his big one. So yeah, war score really heavily ticking in Methodius' favour, but Kaos has that catapult. And oh, is Methodius going to lose a hero? No, it looks like the hero managed to get out of there. Oof, that could have been bad. Catapult firing at the spears. Yeah, nice try by Methodius, but Kaos, he knew something like this was going to happen and was able to defend it with a spear unit. It'd be interesting to see if Methodius can get another unit round here to attack the catapult soon. The hero is not going to spot him. Yeah, he didn't get to spot that. It is dark as well. So that's... oh, no, he's actually going for middle. But he has had to retreat his spearman here. Almost losing it as well. What's this? He's got his hero trying to replenish him. Kaos capturing middle point, but it looks like Methodius is going to get him there to save the day just in time. Is Kaos actually going to engage this circle formation, or is he just going to use his catapult to bombard it? I think he's going for the catapult. That would definitely be interesting to see, and it looks like Methodius trying to put a bit more support in bringing his hero around. Let's take a look at resources. So, Kaos actually going down in food, but he's got lots in stock. Methodius providing so much more wood materials and iron that that's going to really help him get more and more units on the battle as time goes on, and more technologies, better units. However, he doesn't have a catapult. There's so little he can do compared to Kaos just because of the lack of catapult. And he might actually be able, nah, I thought if he had a little bit of a charge here, he might have been able to silence the catapult for a little while, but sadly Kaos's units caught up to him and are going to kill most of his units. His hero just got out of there again. Methodius playing really risky with this hero, but his troops are going to get out of there. Looks like Kaos charged these two weak spears, wiping one. Is he going to wipe the second? It looks like Methodius has noticed, and he's of course activated his village, but is he going to retreat this unit, or is he just going to risk it? Okay, Kaos realised, you know what, I've got to get out of here. He just retreated. Even though he was fighting almost nothing, he just had to move. That machine gun fire that was coming out of the village, it just wasn't worthwhile for him to sit there and risk it. He had to get out of there. Looks like Kaos has engaged Methodius over here now as well. I don't know, Methodius' morale is low. He might have been caught a little bit off guard there. We got some hero on hero. Always like to see this. Oh, a good smack in the face. But it looks like Kaos is going to bring in some spearmen to act as a spear wall and just finish the job there. Methodius managed to capture this village here, almost. However, it's actually Kaos who did most of the work, so yeah, I find that funny. He used his catapult to destroy it. But then Methodius stepped in and just captured it. Yeah, but of course Kaos is going to keep the fire up on that village there, trying to just destroy it and make sure that Methodius doesn't hold it for too long. So Methodius still in the lead, 3 villages compared to 2. If this was like had a short time, Kaos might be a little bit more worried, but he's got as much time as he needs, and with that catapult he can just destroy. What Methodius needs now is either swordsmen to deal with Kaos' spear spam, or he needs to find a way how to get round and take that catapult. And take it for himself. That's what he needs now, because the lack of catapult is right now Methodius' only disadvantage. It's such a big disadvantage that Kaos spotted the trap. Such a big disadvantage that it could actually cost him the entire game just for lack of a catapult. So he really needs to try and capture that, and he might be going. Yes, he's going for it now. Methodius, he knows where it is. He's sent a spearman unit in, and come on, move. Yeah, he knows it's there. Right, there we go, he's responded. I got worried for a bit there that he wasn't going to notice. But no, he's going to silence that. I don't think he's going to be able to capture it for himself, but he's just going to stop Kaos from having it for now. And I say that because Kaos coming in with some reinforcements who are going to help deal with that problem. Methodius playing risky with his hero again. It looks like Methodius managed to defend his point at C there. And there is some engagement going on at B as well. What is that? It's spearman on spearman. Oh, Kaos' morale is low. Is there food difficulties? No, they must have got flanked or something weird. Yeah, I don't know what caused that. The cavalry are in. Kaos going cavalry against a primarily spear dominant army. Weird. Helps him get around, but I don't know why. It's not like he'll be wanting to charge into these spears. Unless, like, no, Methodius is not going swordsman yet. They are both in tier 3, so he can go swordsman. He can definitely afford it. But he's still going spear, so I don't really see the point in this cavalry yet. It's of course done its job here very well. Is it done? Yeah, it wipes one of Methodius' Viking spearmen squads, but maybe it was just to defend his catapult, just slow him down a bit. I don't really know. Maybe it was to raid, stop him from getting all his extra resources. It's difficult to tell. Anyway, Methodius managed to fully silence the catapult now, but he's probably going to have to retreat from this hand turn. Chaos, he'll just bring another unit there and reclaim it at some point. Yeah, so Methodius still with 3 villages, Chaos with 2, but only 1. Oh, I was going to say only 1 of his villages is providing resources. Both of them are doing it now. Right, we're fighting here again at middle. Yeah, a lot of this game right now depends on middle, and also on this catapult as well. Chaos, he really needs to get a unit there very quick. This is a close one. I really don't know who can win it. I really thought it was going to be Chaos, just because he's got the catapult and it helps so much, but Methodius, he's putting up a good fight. He silenced the catapult. He's actually probably going to take the catapult here. Chaos, he's got no units round. Does Methodius know that? Yeah, he kind of knows that he's safe to take the catapult, and yep, he's done it. He's done it. So he's of course going to use this to try and take midpoint or possibly D. He has to get his units round of course to make sure that he doesn't lose it. But yeah, I think Methodius is going to win now. Now that he's got the catapult, now that he's fixed his one main weakness that the Vikings have versus the Germans, he's going to do really well. Chaos is apparently having lag. Excuses. Yeah, sure. I'm joking, of course. He gets lag at times. People get lag, it's fine. It looks like his hero here is caught by Chaos's cleavers, and he's going to have to retreat that, and that leaves his catapult open. Yep, Chaos's cavalry coming round, and it's going to silence Methodius' catapult. So that catapult dream, that's gone. Looks like Chaos is going to reclaim that. And yeah, Methodius, not much you can do to rescue that catapult. So close. I really thought it was going to win it when he got that catapult, but it's back now to like the balance point. It's all about time. Does Chaos have enough time to use his catapult to full advantage and turn it around? Or can Methodius just hold back? Because if this game was going to last like if this was an annihilation game, Chaos will more than likely win because he's got a catapult. It's just such a big advantage. Unless like one makes a really stupid massive mistake, which does happen, but as long as both play well, then Chaos should win. But it's all about this time. It's a time game, you're playing against the clock with Vikings versus Germans. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Methodius can win before Chaos can actually get into his full form. Let's just check for resources here. Oh, Methodius, he's struggling with food. He's really struggling with food. He's got like a minute left. He's got a lot of other resources like Chaos, but he's struggling with food. As we can see here, of course, Methodius is going for Chaos's village. Chaos has discovered that this is going to happen, so he has defended it. But I don't think Methodius can take village D. Gold tier village with snow, and of course Chaos has reinforcements coming in. That's not going to fall. Even if he's using the battle prayer that increases how quick buildings burn, he's not going to take it. The snow has stopped, which is a bit of a help, but no, cavalry, that's just enough to finish it. Chaos, we got his catapult, he's firing in. He's got it reasonably defended as well. There's a few small skirmishes going round. It's weird. Where's Methodius' hero? Did it die? I know he's been playing really risky with it. Oh, these two spearmen are gonna get run down. Yeah, there goes one, and there goes the second. Methodius, has he run out of food? Yeah, he's run out of food, his morale's dead. I think Chaos is gonna get this win. It's gonna be really difficult, I think, for Methodius to do it now without the food. Really difficult. Even though he's got so much war straw and more villages, they just consume so much food, it's just too difficult to fight against. I guess a lot of players like to go ballistas when they play Vikings versus Germans. I don't like ballistas, but a lot of players go for them, so it's kind of undecided whether you want to go ballistas or not. I can't really put in a comment there because I'm not a fan, but if other players like him, it could be an option that Methodius could use. It looks like he has. Yes, he's only just managed to silence the catapult by millimeters, I think, before they got caught by the spearmen. Is he still struggling with food? Right, he's sorted that out now, that's what he needed, but he's losing a lot of units here. Is he done lose another 2 stacks? Just charging his spearmen in, just fighting so desperately to try and take this. Kaos still firing in on the village with his catapult. Yeah, he saved that. It looks like Kaos could actually balance it out here, unless Methodius can get some units in quick enough. It's still very close. Both are fighting incredibly well. I really hope Chaos' stream does work out in the end, because I want to see it from his point of view. Someone's building something. Is it a trap? Huh. Ah. Yeah. Methodius built a trap here. Okay. Not the best place, I don't think, but oh well. Ooh. Chaos brought in his hero. Now this cannot repair, and one more catapult shot should remove a village. There we go, so it's back down to even now. Both have 2 villages. Chaos has stopped that ticking war score. And in come the swordsmen. Oh, what a time to get swordsmen. He gets swordsmen to fight the spears, of course, but then as soon as he does that, Cleaver comes in from a flank and causes a lot of damage. But then, you know, Methodius brought in his spearmen to get the Cleaver on the flank. Again, same amount of damage. Looks like Chaos is going for armour now. He's got some silver units. So much fighting at the north side of the map and in the middle. And yet at sea it's so quiet. Nothing's happening at sea. Chaos pulling back his catapult now. His work here is done and he knows it. What he's doing now, I think, is moving over to sea. And that's just the power of the Germans. They've got the catapult. They take a lot of time, they're very slow, but once they get moving, no, once they get rolling, you can't stop them. Unless you are the Germans. I mean, German versus German. But Vikings versus Germans, it's very difficult. You've got to have a very good start and just like play very well throughout. I'm actually really surprised that Methodius is playing Vikings. He always goes Slavs. Like in every single game, no matter what he's up against, he goes for the Slavs. That's just his thing. So it's kind of a surprise to see that he's gone for Vikings, but oh well. Yeah, we can like see his stat here. He is a level 30 in Vikings. Oh, we missed that village. However, he's a level 129 in Slavs. Surely you go Slavs, but you know, it's up to him. His food's still looking good. He's producing more resources than Chaos. Chaos only level 25 in Germans. Chaos is good, but he rarely plays. He's just naturally gifted. He was born to play Ancesotrs Legacy. Oh, they almost wiped a silver armoured, what are they called, spearmen. What's happening over here? So, yeah, Methodius is going to lose that one and Chaos is going to cap the village. And Methodius did manage to retake the catapult, as we can see, but he's going to lose it. He tried to push up with his spearmen. But yeah, everything else just came in and wiped him. He's got swordsmen, but what are swordsmen going to do against cleavers and cavalry? The swordsmen have come too late, I think. Or maybe he couldn't afford it and that's what he needed to do. Just like save swordsmen until much later. I don't know, of course it's... What's happening in the player's mind is completely different to ours, of course. We see the whole map fade on. They just see this right now. That's Chaos, that's Methodius, and... Oh, Methodius, he doesn't hold that much map control. He's of course got E, but... And he's struggling for this one here, but he doesn't have much vision over the map, no visual. In fact, he's completely lost everything over there. Wow, he's just like seeing how the fog of war is, and then we see Chaos is so much more fog of war. He's got so many more units and villages. Like he just helps. He knows more of the map. because of this. He knows exactly what Methodius is doing, and without a catapult, there's nothing Methodius, I think, can do. Kaos is struggling with food, but it's not difficult to fix the food problem as a German player. I thought he was going to lose his cavalry in that charge there. That spearman unit held out really well. He's going to capture the catapult again. But Kaos keeps sending his units in. If it's spears, cleavers, his hero, or cavalry, whatever, he just keeps sending units in and silencing Methodius's catapult. He's really not letting him get it. It looks like he's going to take this from Kaos though, but I don't think it's going to be enough because Kaos has 4 villages now. Methodius has 1. It will help him balance it out a little bit, but yeah, he needs more than this village is what I'm trying to say. There goes his catapult. He is moving some units around here, but there's so little he can do. Spear wall, and then of course he's fighting a catapult as well, which is probably just going to ignore them and go for E, and then more units. It's very heavy in Kaos's favour right now. I don't think Methodius is going to be able to win, sadly. Unfortunately, I wanted to see the Vikings beat the Germans on this map, but it looks like it is going to be a German victory. And I don't like calling it too early. There's always the base rush. Kaos does not currently have a blind spot. There's no way through that will go unnoticed right now. But if this catapult moves, there might be a way for Methodius to have a sneaky charge around. It is definitely possible. I've done it before. But a player like Kaos, he would see it coming, I think. Yeah, he would know. Kaos still struggling for food a little bit, but that's going to be solved soon. Yeah, this village is going to free up and provide more resources, and Methodius has lost his final village. He's working with nothing right now, Methodius, and that's not a position you want to be in, especially as Vikings when you're so heavily reliant on food. Although he's tier 3, he's got the technology, so food's not too much of a problem. It's not going down, but yeah, he's investing in armour as well, just trying whatever he can to completely... Whoa, what was that? Okay, a little bit of a synchronisation bug there. Okay, that's a weird one. I've never seen that one before. It's going to be interesting to see if this trap that Methodius placed ages ago is actually going to work. Might get a catapult with this trap. Yeah, I won't see this happen. Will the catapult get caught in the trap? Or is it just going to be able to avoid it? Just avoided it. Ah, that was a shame. I don't know what happens with a catapult when it gets caught in a trap. I've never actually seen it happen before. Yeah, would a catapult sink into the ground? I don't know, I can't remember. Well, it's not that I can't remember, it's just that I've never seen it. Methodius one final desperate bid, but Kaos saw it. Yeah, he saw it. He's got units around, he knew what was going on. Yeah, but Methodius now, 4 spearman units just going to charge in and see what they can do. Looks like he's going for middle point. Or maybe a catapult. Ooh, he just caught the catapult, which was putting his base under siege. Yeah, and he's doing it with 2 catapults right now. Both catapults firing into his base, just destroying some buildings. Good luck, Methodius. Is he out of food? Yeah, he's out of food as well. That's just going to lower his morale, lower his fighting skill. His units are going to be slower. Is it fair to call it now? Yeah, I think it is. I think, of course, Kaos has won this. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of Ancesotrs Legacy Reborn. Of this week anyway. It's going through a few changes right now. If you're interested, of course, please sign up. There'll be links below. I can't commentate over all of them, of course, but I do try and get as many in as I can. There's about 3 a week that I try to do. And if there's any reason that you don't want to play, then please tell me why. Is there any feedback? Anything that we can change or do to make it better? That would be great. Anything to get more players in. Methodius trying so desperately to take this village from Chaos. And he's probably gonna do it. Even though that Chaos built 2 towers and got it onto gold defense, the catapult, and yeah, there it goes. That's 2 towers just wiped. Come on, Methodius, you can still do it. Oh, look how slow the units are once they're out of food. Is there? Ah, he spotted the trap. Is he still firing into his base? No, he's not. Right, he's trying to. And there we go, the town hall's on fire. Oh yeah, he has a well. I thought he didn't have a well for a second then. But yeah, he's just going to be able to repair that. Unless this one can. Oh, it missed. Missed by millimetres. Right, he's going to charge in, get a bit of vision, see what's next to destroy. Chaos, taking a look around now. It is basically over. I don't think Methodius can do this, but he's still trying, which is good. I always like a player who tries and fights to the end. But he's losing a lot of units. Yeah, and he's struggling with buildings as well. He's running out slowly of buildings. He's had to retreat from middle with... actually, I think he's just died in middle. He's got 1 unit left of spearmen here who... gone. And then 1 catapult rock. Oh, I got it in gold tier just in time. But, you know, Chaos gonna move in and just take that very easily. Chaos has 2 catapults in now that are just going to keep firing at the base. He's really fighting. And he's going to take this from Chaos as well, which I like. Well done, Methodius, well done. Fighting to the very end. But it's not going to be enough. Right, Chaos having a difficult shot right now to actually get into the village. He's got no units around, so he can't see what's going on. Oh, Methodius took that. I did not see that happen. So Methodius has taken the catapult. Is this the comeback? No, I doubt it's the comeback, but you know, he's doing well. He is doing well for his position now. I'm impressed. Although he is probably going to lose this village, he's charging in his space. He might, yeah, he should get there just in time to save it for a little bit longer. He should probably take this as well. If he takes this as well with this unit and balances it out, starts going in the lead again. Surely not. Don't mess this up now, Chaos. You've fought so long and hard, don't mess it up now. Did Chaos see that? I don't think Chaos saw that. Methodius has 2 units in here. Oh, Chaos was running out of food for a second there. Methodius struggling with food as well still. Yeah, he must have known. He must have like seen a glimpse of it, and there we go. He's spotted it now. The towers are actually firing in, getting a few hits. Yeah, just retreat out of that, Methodius. There's not much you can do there. This village here is under siege. Not much either of them can do. Chaos doesn't have the strength to push until he gets a catapult. And Methodius, he's just slowly starving to death, so there's not much he can do either. Slowly moving forward with his starving soldiers and his starving catapult. He's going to get seen there. Yeah, Chaos saw it. Ooh, but Methodius caught him on the flank. Chaos, slow reaction there to it. He's struggling with food again. Chaos is really struggling with food. but of course his catapult, it's in range of the barracks as we can see. So if he starts firing on that, then that's gonna be really bad for him. Yeah, Kaos brought him a cavalry with that and they just wiped him. Methodius, he's got no food, so his units are very weak and they just get wiped out by a cavalry charge, even if they are spearmen. Methodius trying to retreat his catapult, but you know, how far can he really get? Kaos knows it's currently here, and he's bringing units around. I really doubt that that Kaos is gonna just like forget about this catapult, and it just happens to make its way around. He's done a spot. Yeah, he spotted it there. It is going to try and fire in at something. Don't know where it's firing at. I think this village was aiming at a weird angle. Ah, there it is. It's turning now, but Kaos probably going to silence it. Yeah, it did a bit of damage, but that's just going to heal by itself naturally over time. And there we go. Methodius lost his catapult again. Looks like Kaos made a push for this village now. He managed to wipe the spearman unit, but I don't think he's got the strength here to take it, unless he managed to get a catapult firing on. He's silenced Kaos' catapult over here, which was firing into his village. Did it do any damage? Ooh. Okay, that's quite big. Kaos did manage to destroy the barracks, which is going to cause some issues for Methodius, but you know, he's a Viking, it's not too difficult to rebuild, it should be fine. And he's building an archery range as well, just to make sure he doesn't get annihilated. Maybe he's going for an archer strategy, who knows? Who knows what's going on at all at this point? How Methodius has been able to survive this long is crazy. And to think, Kaos only has 3 villages, and Methodius has 2. How did it come to this? Alright, but it looks like Methodius is going to lose this one soon. Yeah, there it goes. Kaos still struggling with food. That might have been his problem. Maybe he just got outmaneuvered a little bit. Lost his catapult, might have caused a few issues. Then running out of food. Maybe he just got super unlucky at sometimes, and that's what's allowed this to happen. Or maybe it was just Methodius making some good plays, like some sneaky manoeuvres, fighting to the end. Yeah. Did not expect it to go this long. And in come the cavalry. Gold armoured cavalry as well. Although they're fighting space, so I think they'll win just because they've got the number advantage and they've actually got morale. Yeah, but they take a lot of losses. If Kaos doesn't, I was going to say if Kaos didn't pay attention to those, he could have lost some of his cavalry, but yeah, he saw what Methodius was trying to do. Okay, this is the same position how it was in about 10 minutes ago. Don't mess it up this time, Kaos. I don't have a clue what happened. Well, I do, you know, as I said before, good manoeuvres, catapult stuff, food issues on actually both sides, but yeah. Methodius fighting so desperately to try and take these catapults. I knew that would be the decider from the start. It would have been all about these catapults. And that should be it now. Kaos now has all 5 villages, and Methodius has 0. He's still going to make a push. It looks like he's going to try for middle now, and also try for E at the same time. Kaos kind of sorted his food out, but he's still struggling a bit. war score ticking further and further into Methodius' favour. Chaos' favour. Almost over with. He's actually done the fight right to the last second, isn't he? He's trying to take middle point. He's really trying. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. If he can get one more catapult shot. There we go, he scored GG, it's over. Well played to them both, that was very interesting to watch. Thank you for allowing me to record it. As I said, Chaos's Twitch will be linked below, as will many other stuff. Hope you have enjoyed this one, hope you've enjoyed the entire series so far, and how it's going to be in the future. And of course, if you want to join, please do, we need more players. Players is the thing that we need most. If there's any reason why not, please say why, and you know, we might be able to make some changes to make it easy for people to join. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed, and goodbye.